Yeah, one of our detectives saw an online posting and began communicating with this individual by text message. At the time, he believed he was communicating with a 14-year-old female. Unfortunately for him, it was one of our investigators. This communication continued for a little over 2 weeks, and eventually he agreed to meet this female, who again he believed to be 14, for what he believed would be a sexual encounter.
And so when you say they saw an online posting, can you just kind of like give a little bit more detail or an example or something of like what was the nature of the online posting that even sparked the curiosity for this officer to pose as a 14-year-old girl?
Yeah, how would they?
You know, that's an operational detail that I probably will not disclose. It was a posting that was on a public website. It led the detective who saw the posting to start communicating with this guy, and that's what led to it. But as far as the operational details go, those will remain secret until the charging document actually comes out, and it'll probably dictate exactly what website the detective was on when it was observed.
Because some people could call this, I assume you need some sort of probable cause. I mean, because this, how would you say this, was it like an entrapment type situation? Like, did the officer engage? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there must have been something that then at least made this guy a probable a suspect or something.
Well, again, I don't want to get into the nature of the posting itself that attracted this detective's attention, but over the course of over 2 weeks of communications, it's pretty clear this individual was not entrapped or enticed in any way, and that he was in fact a willing participant.
So the detective responded to his posting. He wasn't
yes,
setting.
Yes, the detective saw the posting and then responded, and then things progressed from there.
Can you at least say, was it a solicitation style post originally?
It was, yes.
And so the charges now are sexual abuse of children, and it's been clarified now that it's attempted sexual intercourse without consent.
Yes, the two charges are sexual abuse of children, which stems from using a communication device to entice a person under the age of 16 to engage in sexual acts, or to travel to engage in sexual acts. Those are the two key points of that statute that this individual is charged with. And then the other one is attempted sexual intercourse without consent. Again, that is in relation to him setting up the meeting area and then actually creating an act in furtherance by going to the actual meeting area. And
the text messages, was this gentleman that showed, when he showed up, did the text messages indicate that there would be actual sex involved? Because otherwise, I'm just wanting to make sure, like, how, because, you know, like, there's a difference between, like, sexual intercourse and maybe, say, like, lewd acts, you know what I'm saying? So was the text messages, did it indicate that he really was trying to go there to actually have sexual intercourse?
Yeah, the sexual texts indicated that this individual allegedly believed he would be engaging in a sex act with this child.
Did he bring anything with him, like alcohol or any kind of items?
You know, I don't want to get into what the evidence was recovered. That again will be in the charging documents, but yeah, I'll just leave that until the charging documents are completed.
Have you guys had any, on this particular suspect, any prior complaints or some other, you know, maybe tipped off about this person? Do you think he's done it before? Something like that? You know,
I can't speculate on whether or not he's been involved in this type of activity before. We were not aware of this individual until this incident at hand.
And he's from Anaconda?
Yes, he is an Anaconda resident.
Any other prior, just criminal record? Have you ever dealt with him?
That I don't know. I don't have his criminal record.
And he set up the meeting place at Emerson. This was like during, was it Emerson Elementary?
East
like
Middle School.
Or East Middle?
The meeting place was a parking lot near East Middle School.
Oh, okay. During school hours.
And then, can you, I don't know what you can say about this, but in terms of like your internet task force, can you kind of talk about, you know, how effective it is to have an internet, like these type of internet task force to be able to thwart these types of crimes and the importance of them?
Yeah, well, previously we were kind of limited to conduct operations like this, but since joining the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, we now have just a larger number of resources to deploy in investigations like this, and so we will continue to deploy those resources in an effort to both locate and apprehend sexual predators, and of course to deter other people from engaging in this type of behavior.
Yeah, what made you guys want to start this task force? How long? When did it start? And
well,
why?
there are several other satellite offices throughout the state that are affiliated with the FBI, and so the FBI provides training for individuals, and so we provide an officer to take the training and develop the equipment, and continue to update training to develop a better know-how to deal with situations like this. So there are other satellite offices throughout the state, and we're just one of those. We've just joined the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force within the last couple of years, and we've assisted in a number of investigations throughout the state. And we will continue to use these resources that are provided to us, again, to locate and prosecute sexual predators.
So as part of that, you had an officer that was trained with the FBI.
Yes, the FBI provides the training. We provide the officer and the location for this officer to conduct business as a member of the task force.
How did the officer come across the posting? Was he using a specific kind of software, or did someone alert the officer
No, this
to
was
it?
just standard internet. This was a posting that was on a public site in the internet.
Ah.
This is like Facebook or something, or can you say?
I
mean, does it
don't
matter?
want to talk about the operation, but it's a website that's easily accessed by people in the public.
Do we just have one officer that from Butte Silver Bow that is responsible for doing this internet task force, or that's on the interforce?
Yeah, we have one officer that's assigned to the task force, and then other investigators can assist this detective or officers from our patrol division. In this case, there were a number of officers deployed in the area from both our patrol division and our detective division, and that's why we were able to apprehend this guy when he showed up.
Is the officer, just, you probably won't tell me, but is it a male or a female that is on the task force?
I don't want to disclose that.
One important question. Was this ever, I guess, was this a situation where that you had an officer, or what do you call it, an officer that was